like Bonnie said, we start in a week from Friday, and I think us coaches are very excited for the character of this team. This team they've bought into the culture that we've tried to set as coaches, and that leads with the leadership. These two guys were voted as team captains, and they've done a great job of setting an example on how to work and what it means to be a UNO baseball player. So I'm proud of these guys, and I'm proud of this team, and now we're ready to get outside and start playing.
Questions?
Yeah. Peyton, we'll start with you. I talked to Coach last week, and he was talking about how all the returners have done a really nice job at just leaving last year. I guess what was the key to that for you guys that are coming back? Just kind of let last season be what it was, a transition year, and move forward with this one, and bring an open mindset into it.
Yeah, well, it helped a lot that we got a lot of good new players coming in, hardworking guys that made the transition easy. We're changing the mindset around here into hardworking, and everybody loves baseball, and everybody's itching to get out there and work hard. So that makes it easy to forget about last year and move on with this year.
Evan, I mean, for you, it just obviously you want to put it on the back of your mind, but you want to learn from it a little bit too. I mean, what's different about things for you this year, kind of going into this season, obviously, versus last year trying to kind of figure it out on the fly a little bit?
Sure, yeah. It was last year was a whirlwind type of year, and I guess we've tried to leave last year in the past where we feel it belongs because of what Peyton just mentioned. That the new guys coming in along with the guys returning have done a great job of establishing a work ethic that we as coaches really want with our guys. So all the credit goes to them. They've done a great job, and like I said, we're leaving last year in the past where it belongs.
Do you feel like maybe you have to, some of the stuff you were telling them last year, you don't have to say it this year, it's more ingrown in the players where, hey, I don't have to tell them, go do this. They know when to go do this, where to go do this.
Sure, yeah, I think so. I think that goes back to I mentioned the character of this team, and I think that'll lead to more of a consistency as we go throughout the season and go through challenges and hit those bumps. I think the work ethic that these guys have put in over the fall and in the winter will lead to a more consistent approach as we go throughout the season, where we'll be able to take those challenges in stride and keep moving forward.
Keel, for you, obviously as a new guy coming in, there's opportunity there. Like, have you seen that with a lot of other newcomers as
Yes.
well? And I guess what's it mean to you to step into a leadership role right out of the gate with this group?
So that was pretty cool. I told all the guys I think it was rigged because I come in here not really knowing anybody. But we have a lot of JUCO guys, a lot of guys that like to compete, kind of like you were saying. We don't need a slap in the butt to get things done. We know what to expect and expect out of each other. And I think that as a team, I think we're confident, like in every aspect of the game. And I'm looking forward to what happens this season.
Evan, this is a pretty unique team. I think it was, 3 seniors this year? I mean, that's on a baseball team. That's pretty rare. What can you kind of take from that going into this season, knowing there's a lot of guys still trying to prove themselves at this point?
Yeah, we actually have 4 seniors this year, but we have a lot of leadership guys, and Keel just mentioned guys who like to compete, and I think we've got guys from freshmen to a 5th-year senior that know how to compete and want to compete, and now they're just itching to get outside and do exactly that.
Even from your standpoint, what did you feel like you went through last year, just in the different steps that you took in your process and where it left you towards the end of the season, and how do you think that kind of sets you up for this year here?
Well, every team I'd ever been on in my life won a lot, like majority of our games, and going through that last year really made me realize how much I hate losing and love winning. And I think it made me work even harder this year to be better, because that was a tough season and not something I want to go through again this year, especially being my last year.
Your role kind of changed, though, at the end of the year, and it seems to maybe set you up for something big this season, I guess. How do you feel like the end of that season for you individually?
Well, I got the opportunity to get a few starts under my belt, which was really great. Got some confidence there at the end, and hopefully we can push through and do the same this year, start it better.
Keel, obviously, coming in, becoming a captain right away, it's a pretty rare thing. Is that something that you expected, or is it just taking you completely by surprise somewhere in between? I mean, what are your thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
I definitely wasn't expecting it. I know the team chemistry on and off the field is something that I've always been a big part on. I know that's the key to a successful team as a whole. And I think they kind of realize that, like, especially off the field. Like, I'll go out, grab lunch with somebody, just do something to build a little confidence in each other.
And you had mentioned, that, with all the turnover, that obviously the lineup could look a lot different this year. How comfortable do you feel about where you're at right now? And, obviously, you're playing it for real here in a little over a week.
Right. Yeah, we've got a good idea of what our weekend rotation will be, and I think we're pretty solid on about 7 or 8 of the 9 guys in the field. So we've got a good feel going into at least the first weekend of what we're gonna be looking like.
I remember you saying that speed and defense was a priority. Is that kind of like a starting point, or when you're trying to do a little bit of a rebuild, you have to like pick spots where you kind of hang your hat and let the other pieces develop?
Yeah, I think so, and every team's different. Like Thor mentioned earlier, it was a learning type year last year, and a lot of growth can come out of learning, which I think all the guys that have returned, and definitely us as a staff, we've grown from it, and like I said, we're looking forward to moving forward, and speed and defense was one of those things that we were lacking. Both those things we were lacking last year, so our staff did a good job of bringing in defenders, and if we're going to preach to our pitchers to attack the zone, we need to have guys behind them that can make not only the routine play but the above average play.
For the guys, just with all you've gone through here in the offseason and everything like that, how much does the anticipation build here in the next few days, knowing that you're going to be out there a long ways from home, but you're going to be out there here in a little over a week?
For sure. We've definitely got some cabin fever going, been being in the dome all the time, but a lot of hard work has went into this year, and we're excited to go see how it pays off.
That's what I think. I think it's just getting outside and getting out of the dome, like he said, just being exposed to something other than taking ground balls inside, indoors, and I don't know.